Over the past 10 years, I've tried my art on lots of different products. I'm a full-time artist, and one of the things that I found is that t-shirts sell really well with your artwork on them. But there's a lot of inherent positives and negatives to different ways of making t-shirts. And so in this video, I'm going to go over that, and I'm going to specifically discuss my experience with using Printful, which is, I think, the best place to get your t-shirts made. Now, this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now, it's a women's Bella Canvas loose fitting shirt, and it has my artwork of a capybara on here. Now, I love this shirt. It's very soft and comfortable. So if you're looking for a women's fit shirt, this is really nice. Now, it is a little bit more expensive than the very cheapest shirts. I've tried those as well. They are unisex shirts, and I'll have all the links to the different products that I've tried in the description if you want to check out the different shirts there. Now, the unisex t-shirts, they aren't quite as thin or soft as these, but they are really nice. It's just something to think about whether your people will pay $5 more for a shirt that's just a little bit more premium. The one thing about these shirts is they also come in additional colors than the basic kind of unisex shirts do. The unisex ones that are the cheapest ones just come in like black, gray, and white. So I think there's like a navy blue color as well. So not very many options. But what I found out over the years is that people most often want the cheapest option. They don't want the more expensive options. At least that's with my customers anyway. So I'm putting animal art on shirts. Maybe other different types of markets will be different. So it's something to try out in your business. But the cool thing about Printful is that you don't have to invest any money in the shirts. All you have to do is upload your artwork, and then of course there's a lot of different things you have to fill out to be able to sell the stuff if you're going to be selling it like through your own website or through Etsy. You have the description and pricing. So it does take a little bit of time to do this, but it doesn't cost you any money, and you can choose from a variety of different shirts to put your design on. Another clear advantage of print on demand is that you don't have to make the t-shirts. You don't have to do any of that work. I've done that before. I've made my own custom t-shirts, screen printed, and it was a lot of work, and you still had to invest in a lot of things to be able to do it. It wasn't as much of an investment as when I bought wholesale t-shirts, because I used to buy, before Printful was around, I used to buy large batches of t-shirts wholesale, and both of those ways of selling shirts had so many problems. Not only is there a lot of money needing to be invested to get this inventory that you may or may not ever sell, because you have to have lots of shirt sizes and all the different designs that you want to sell. And you don't know what size the people are going to be until you buy the shirts and you just try them out, and then you realize, oh, I needed a bunch more larges than I purchased, or whatever it is, right? And so there's a lot of inherent problems in having all that inventory, paying for it, but then storing it. I work from home. I have 2 rooms in my house that I've made, one into a studio and one into a storage room. I just don't have space to store tons of work. And to be able to pay for like a storage unit to do that is going to cost a lot of money. And when you're not making that much off of whatever product you're selling, and you have to kind of consider like all those aspects of it when you're thinking about getting into selling a product. But with using print on demand, it's awesome. You don't have to do any of that stuff. But the thing I love the most about Printful is the quality. Every shirt that I've ever sold through them, which I've sold at least 200 shirts over the last 3 years through this company, and they're awesome. The colors are bright, and for me, I need the colors to be very bright and vivid. Look at my work back there, right? It has to reflect that on the shirt. Otherwise, customers are not going to be happy with what they purchased. But one of the things that I learned, especially if you're thinking about selling your shirts print on demand through Etsy, is Printful is integrated with Etsy. So it's really easy to set all this stuff up. And there are tons of videos online. I'm not going to go over that in this video, but you can find them on YouTube. So many videos telling you how to do this. If you have questions about how to sync your Etsy shop with your Printful account so that you can automatically just sell stuff, it's kind of a great way to make passive income because you are selling products on Etsy all the time once you get it all set up without having to really do anything, because it automatically goes into Printful, and then Printful prints the order and ships it out, and then they send the tracking number over onto your Etsy customer. And so it's really great. It's fully automated. The thing is though, the automation is a wonderful benefit, but the downside is if you are someone like me who I've painted 300 different animals, and so my customers want the painting of the particular animal that they want on the shirt. And when you have that much inventory, I would have to create 300 different products on shirts through Printful, connect them to Etsy, program all of it. And it turns out to take around a half hour, I think, to do one product from Printful to Etsy, to create all of it, to get your mock-ups, to upload them to Etsy, to get all your SEO and everything right on Etsy so people will find it. And so that is a lot of time if you take 30 minutes times 300. And not only that, but every 3 months you have to pay a 20-cent listing fee on Etsy to be able to have those shirts on there. So it can become kind of pricey over time actually to do that. And you make about $5 a shirt if you price it competitively. And so you don't want to have your listings cost you so much money, because if you're not selling enough shirts to really support that, it's not worth it. And honestly, I haven't had much luck on Etsy selling shirts based on a particular design. I have sold a few, but not enough to really substantiate doing that for my entire collection. So what I do is I allow the customer to make a custom shirt design. As you can see in my Etsy account, I have them all listed on here, the different types of shirts that I offer. It's great because the customer purchases the shirt, and then in the personalization box, they type in which painting of mine that they want on the shirt. And if there are questions, because sometimes like they'll just say sloth, and I've painted 4 sloths, so I don't know which one they want. If they don't give me the exact title, I just email them before I submit the order to Printful. And then manually in Printful, I upload the painting that they want to have on the shirt and send it out. It takes me about 5 minutes to do this, so it's not a whole lot of work. But the great thing is that I'm not paying for all those 20-cent listings every 3 months on my Etsy shop that aren't really earning me any money, because Etsy is so filled with print on demand, people putting their art or designs on shirts. I mean, it's just overfilled with this stuff because it's a super easy way to make money. But you're not going to be able to make all of your living off of doing this, unless maybe, I guess if you're really lucky, I don't know, or you come up with some really creative design that all of a sudden goes viral through some sort of social media outlet, maybe then. But for me, it's not something that I could count on as a living, but it is something that gives me a little bit of side income. Still, I think it's a great opportunity for artists, especially if you have a lot of work and you want to stick them on shirts. Your existing customers will love this. If you've never offered them shirts before, you can put the shirts out and then you can message everybody on your social media and let them know that you're releasing one of your designs into a shirt. You'll probably get a few sales this way. If you'd like to hear how I put my art on puzzles and how that worked out for me print on demand through Printful, watch this video. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.